My name is Nicole Ige. Today we're going to be looking at ocean pollution. Two of the many ways that our oceans get polluted are sewage and trash. First, let's take a look at sewage. Over to you, Katie, out in the field.
Hi, I'm Katie Brown. I just got out of the shower. Most people don't know where all this runoff goes, so I was wondering if you know. After this happens, where does it go? No peeking. Let me explain how our oceans are being polluted by sewage. Cities are dumping sewage directly into the ocean. Our ocean does naturally cleanse itself, therefore in the hunting and gathering stages, dumping human waste into the ocean was perfectly okay. However, as populations grow, we dump more and more into the ocean. Over time, the natural abilities to cleanse cannot keep up. Many of the world's major cities were conveniently placed along sea coasts, allowing for easy disposal of sewage into the oceans. Cruise ships are also dumping into the ocean directly before treating the sludge because most cruise lines are not regulated. Cruise ships dumped more than 1 billion gallons of sewage in the ocean last year, much of it raw or poorly treated. Animals are also affected by sewage pollution. The nitrates, phosphates, and organic matter found in human waste serve as a food for algae and bacteria. This causes algae to overpopulate to the point where they use up most of the dissolved oxygen that is naturally found in the water, making it very difficult for other organisms in this environment to live. Algae also releases nitrogen and carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, which are harmful greenhouse gases. The bacteria are basically strangling the other organisms. The oxygen levels in the water is decreased, and animals that thrive on it start to suffer. The bacteria in the water also causes animals to get sick and die. Any plant life that needs oxygen is suffocated and taken over by algae. Therefore, many of the animals' food sources are affected. Dumping sewage directly into the ocean affects humans also. Humans consume the animals and organisms that live in the ocean. If those animals are contaminated, then they can make people very ill or even cause death. Bathers are at increased risk of contracting illnesses due to bacteria and viruses present in sewage. Gastrointestinal disorders have been linked to sewage pollution. Life-threatening human pathogens carried by sewage include cholera, typhoid, giardia, hepatitis A, and many more. It is estimated that 1.5 million preventable deaths per year result from unsafe water, inadequate sanitation, or hygiene. Now the real question is, how do we fix this? The only real solution is for everyone to treat their sewage before they dump it anywhere. Treating sewage can be a long, expensive process, but it is necessary. Once the sewage is treated, it can be dumped into the ocean without harm.
My name is Tony Chang at your local grocery store, and I'm here to see what people do with the plastic bag after done shopping. Whoa, miss! Do you know what this is?
Yeah, my trash.
It's not just trash, it's plastic.
So?
Do you know what plastic can do to the animals?
No.
It can actually kill them. Strolling through your average supermarket, one will find hundreds or even thousands of goods that are essential for one's lifestyle. Plastic, whether it is a container, wrapper, or the product itself, has become a standard of living. Unless specifically requested, even the bags we use to carry these items home are often plastic. To us, these are just items of comfort, but to marine animals, they can be a floating minefield. Because of its durability and low cost, the consumption of plastic has been increasing. Plastic makes up the majority of marine trash seen on shorelines and floating on oceans worldwide. Once plastic reaches the water, it poses a serious threat to the marine life. To a sea turtle, a floating plastic bag may look like a jellyfish. Seals will sometimes play with the fragments of plastic, such as soda rings or packing strips, and eventually entangling their necks. The entanglement may kill the seal through starvation, exhaustion, or infection from deep wounds caused by a tightening material. Soda rings, bags, and pellets are often mistaken as food, clogging animals' intestines, causing them to miss out on vital nutrients, and eventually killing an animal. Before the days of plastic, when fishermen dumped their trash overseas, it consisted of mostly natural materials like cloth or paper that would either sink to the bottom or biodegrade quickly. Plastic, on the other hand, is durable and strong, so it doesn't degrade as quickly. Unlike cloth or paper, plastic instead breaks down into smaller pieces. It will remain floating on the surface where many genuine food sources lie and may remain in the sea for over 400 years. So how does it get there? Plastic objects are often let into the main sewer system, say like being flushed down the toilet, or carried by the rain into a street drain. Around 20% of ocean trash comes from ships and offshore platforms. The rest are either blown into the sea, picked up by the ocean tides, or intentional littering. In 1975, the National Academy of Sciences estimated that around 14 billion pounds of trash was dumped into the ocean every year. That's more than 1.5 million pounds per hour. Plastic not only poses a threat to marine life, it also causes a great impact on human health. Plastic acts like sponges, soaking up other chemicals from outside sources before entering the ocean. As these chemicals are ingested by animals, it's obvious that it's not going to be good for us either. Most of the animals that consume the plastic are part of our food chain. We as humans will ingest on contaminated fish and mammals. There are several ways that plastic is dangerous for humans. Direct toxicity from plastics come from lead, cadmium, and mercury. DEPH is a toxic carcinogen contained in some plastics. DEHP is directly linked to cancers, birth defects, immune system problems, and childhood development issues. Another issue is BPA, which is a well-known chemical that interferes with human hormones. BPA is used in many things, including plastic bottles and food packaging materials. Over time, the polymer chains of BPA will break down, which can enter the human body in many ways, such as drinking contaminated water to eating a fish that is exposed to BPA. Man, this sounds too crazy right now. What can we do to stop this? Well, one of the most effective things we can do as a member of this fragile ecosystem is to be responsible for our own trash. People should try avoiding products packaged in plastic. If one has the chance, he or she should always recycle. Many communities today are currently offering pickup recycling programs. If your community doesn't have one, contact your city to request one. When you're out shopping, request a paper bag instead of plastic, or bring your own bag when out shopping. Go out and volunteer for beach cleanups, but the main important thing you can do is just not litter.
Thank you for tuning in to today's edition. And remember, only you can make a change in our ocean.